What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this is I'm going to be showing how to make a modern house. This is the 101st installment of Modern House. God, that's crazy. It has been like 2 months since we've done a modern house, so I figured I'd do one again. It's kind of nice to record a modern house again, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, here it is. Here, it's okay. I mean, I like the addition of blue, I think, is good, because blue glass looks stupid, and, blue concrete is better. But yeah, that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so these space you're going to need me for this is a 30 by 21, and the materials we'll be needing to start off are, gray concrete. See, I know all of them, I just don't know what the order to get them in, and I'm gonna forget one. I know it's gonna happen. Light gray concrete, and that's gonna screw over everything. Black stained glass, pillar quartz blocks, blue concrete, which I don't use very often, but it's good block actually. Mangrove doors, I mean that's why I'm using it. Smooth quartz slabs, smooth quartz blocks, and we'll go. What will we go? I actually don't know. We're gonna go deep slate tile slabs. We also need deep slate tile blocks, and that genuinely might be it. In which case, how ironically bad. Oh no, stonebrick walls, that's another one, although, and stonebrick blocks. But we're not gonna worry about that right now. So, YouTube Studio. Okay, crazy gaming being crazy gaming, that's nice. You want to start from the front left-hand corner of your 30 by 21 grid coffee if you made it, and you want to start off by counting right by 7. And back by 1, and you want to place a... for what block is it? Light gray concrete, I want to say? Yes. Whoops. We're ignoring this part for now because this is the garage, and we're basically going to almost add it as an add-on instead of starting with it, because it'll be easier to do it that way, because the actual left side of the build is full like that. It isn't there because of the way that it works. You then want to bring said light gray concrete, I am apparently unorganized, up by 4, right by 11, up by 5, and then left by 11. Like so. A little weird thing about this, only on the furthest front and the furthest back row is the shape light gray concrete. In the middle, it's gray concrete. It creates kind of almost a weird depth effect. It wasn't my intention. My original intention was to have a gray concrete, but I think it looks better as light gray. Play around with it if you don't like it. If you don't like it, I actually don't know why you're here, I'm going to be honest. But you get the point. But yeah. Starting from the bottom first light gray concrete you place, you want to go back diagonally to the right by 1, and with nothing. By going right from that block, you want to place 2 black stained glass blocks, pillar quartz block, blue concrete, 2 mangrove doors, blue concrete, pillar quartz block, 2 black glass. You then want to copy that row 2 more times, except you just want to place a single, black glass on top of each mangrove door. And then you want to place a row of blue concrete on top of that. I originally actually had this as black glass, it'll happen in another couple spots. I think adding more blue gave it a bigger contrast, and that was kind of what I was going for. It looks kind of dumb, so in front of that top row of blue concrete, place a row of smooth quartz slabs. Just kind of break it up with a boring color. So, what do we do now? I guess we do the, weird section. It's kind of a circular section, although it kind of gets ruined by itself. You want to come to this black stained glass block here, and you want to count 4 diagonally to the right and place a pillar quartz block. Bring it forward by 1, and then bring either pillar quartz up by 7, although you can't actually bring the back one up by 7, so just bring it up by 4, or whatever it'll be. It's actually only 3. So 3 on the 3 on top of the back one, 7 on top of the front one. Like so. Now, from said back one, this bottom one here, you want to go right with 3 black glass, go back diagonally to the right of the black glass, right 2, back diagonally to the right 1, then right with a pillar quartz block, and then back with 2 gray concrete, go back diagonally to the right 1, back 3, and then back diagonally to the right 1, by 1 with a pillar quartz block. Like so. You then want to copy that kind of squiggly line thing 5 more times going up. That was terrible that time. I was trying to count it, and then my counting was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it was I got to 6 by the time I got to 5. Which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am, for the most part. Thanksgiving's actually fast approaching. It is, at the time of recording this, it's 2 weeks, no. Yes, 2 weeks and a day away. Probably by the time you're seeing this, it'll be like a week and a day, because that's how time goes. You want to bring each of those 2 pillar quartz blocks up with an additional 2 pillar quartz blocks. And then you want to, this is kind of a weird thing to explain. You want to outward diagonally by 1 from the gray concrete and the black stained glass. You want to connect the pillar quartz block rows together with smooth quartz blocks. And it'll connect the second block from the top, so this one right here. And then you'll see it kind of is weird with this corner one. Basically, it creates this shape from an overhead. And you can see it creates a pretty nice curve. I wanted to put a curve into this build somehow, and that was my way. Although there are probably better ways to do it. I gotta make like a... I should make just a tutorial on how to make various circles. That would be weird. Who would follow that? Would anybody here follow that? Just go say I would follow that in the comments with no context. See if I remember what I was talking about in the video, because that'll always be fun. And then directly on top of those smooth quartz blocks, you want to place opposite on smooth quartz slabs, except they don't really want to be touching. They want to be floating there. And this is one thing that makes it very modern. Now, this is a balcony up here, technically speaking. However, there is no access point to it. So, make one if you want, I guess. But there isn't one. And then also at the back, I would bring the top pillar quartz block just kind of, I guess, right from my perspective, left from a logical perspective by, I think, 10 with upside down smooth quartz slabs is the number. Yeah, it is 10. And then just place the row of smooth quartz blocks below it. You kind of don't see half of that smooth quartz blocks row, although it is just good to have. And this will also help us with something later, and you can see it's kind of half a smiley face. If you mirrored that, you'd get a smiley face. Which is good. So, what do we do now with this information? It's not really information. What do we do now with our sets of items, blocks, things? Let's go to the left side real quick, and we're going to do this left wall here. I know we kind of bounced randomly, but that part we don't actually have a material for, and I kind of want to wait, although we can, I lied. Come to the left side, and you want to bring this bottom black stained glass block here. You want to bring it left with a black glass, pillar quartz block, or sorry, back with these. 2 blue concrete, pillar quartz block, black glass, mangrove door. Let's go face the right way. Black glass, pillar quartz block, 2 blue concrete, pillar quartz block, 2 black glass, and then you can go across the back with a number that I forgot. 10 black glass. Those are the numbers you don't remember. I should have known, because that's 11 there. Or 12 total. You then want to copy that row 2 more times, except you want to place this time actually no, again a black glass on top of the mangrove door. I thought it was blue concrete before. Shows how much I know. It's kind of nice to do a modern house again. It has been a hot minute since I've done one. As much as this one isn't anything like a vintage modern house, it is still. You then want to place a row of blue concrete on top of that whole thing. And you want to surround it in smooth quartz slabs, with the exception of this corner. Normally I'll tell you to make it a sharp corner like this. You want to make it a rounded corner. Because there will be a pillar there. Did we do that pillar? Yeah, let's do it. It'll make things easier. So we're coming to the back, and we're going to orient ourselves for... It's not going to be that long. It'll be a quick second here. As in, the happy face side is the left, and the side where there's nothing really yet is the right, or the side that we were just working on. And you want to, from this corner here, you want to go toward you diagonally to the right with a light gray concrete. Bring it up by 4. Left by 11. Up by 5. And then right by 11. Sorry, I got confused there if you noticed, because I forgot that kind of mathed like that, the way that it does. Because basically, it, what was I saying? Frick. Because this actually has to touch that somehow. There shouldn't just be a gap there, so I had to bring that another block, and it confused me while looking at it. Okay, we're gonna ignore the orientationing now, and we're gonna come to the front. And the top little C, backward C part of this, you want to place a row of gray concrete behind the whole thing, like this. So you can see it kind of creates a shadow, which is what we want. And then, from the front, in that shadow, you want to go, from this gray concrete, you're going to go back diagonally to the left of the black stained glass. You can actually place another row of gray concrete under this, just because we're going to need to place pillar quartz, and I'll just do it the entire length. Then bring it left by 2. Then place pillar quartz block, 2 blue concrete, pillar quartz block, 3 black glass. Then go... I didn't take an image of that. That's not particularly great, but it's fine. Then go back with 2 black glass, pillar quartz block, 6 blue concrete, pillar quartz block, 3 black glass, and then going across the back you'll place 2 black glass, pillar quartz block, 2 black glass, pillar quartz block, and then 3 black glass. This could be blue concrete too if you want this little 2 block window. Although I ended up making the front one blue later on, so I didn't end up making the back because I just didn't end up going back there. You then want to copy that whole row or C shape 2 more times. And if you also do want to place gray concrete under all of it, you can. I don't have an image of the left, so I'm gonna go take a peek at it once I finish this to make sure that I actually do know what happens under there. To make sure that it is gray concrete. I think it is. I think I know what I'm doing with it. Although I do just want to clarify that because that, you know. Okay, yeah. Although I did do some... Wait, hold on. I wasn't supposed to do what I did there. Yeah, oops, that's fine. We're gonna pretend that I didn't do it. So, you do want to place gray concrete under all of the windows and whatever, and then also at the left side you can bring it out by 1. Just for fun. You don't have to place the gray concrete under all of it. I just am going to, and I'm actually going to coat the side here. And then what you want to do is you want to place a row of blue concrete on top of that entire C shape. And then bring that row of blue concrete out with smooth quartz slabs on each side. And this you do want to have the sharp corners for. This, it is an important touch. Just like that. And it kind of looks weird. I'm not going to lie. I'm 50-50 on whether or not I liked it, but I didn't feel like making anything else, and I was like, I played around with it a little bit, and I was like, I think this looks fine. It was, the gray concrete, the reason I didn't like the gray concrete as the front is because it didn't contrast with it right. If you want to try and make this gray concrete, and see what I mean, it's hard to explain, but it just didn't contrast right, and then making the light gray concrete, it fits the build better. And then what you can do at the left side, just connect the gray concretes together. We can't really do the right side until we have something else marked out, which, Get rid of your mangrove door and get our deep slate tile blocks. And then I would move them so they're next to the deep slate tile slabs, because that will just make it, like, easier. So much easier. So, come to this back row of pillar quartz blocks on the right where we ended up stopping earlier because I didn't feel like doing the back, or because we didn't have the proper set of things to do it. You want to, from this pillar quartz block here, count back diagonally to the left by 1 and place a light gray concrete. Bring it back by 8. And then bring it left by 9. And then back towards the front of the build by 2. Bring that whole kind of hook shape up with an additional row of light gray concrete. It's kind of a really elongated 7. Or like stretched out 7. And then at the back end, you want to place a row of upstone deep slate tile slabs behind that row, and then extend it off the left and the right by 1. Bring the extending blocks in with an upside down, or I guess forward with an upside down slab. Up with a slab. In with a block. In with an upside down slab. Up with a slab, and I would actually break this smooth quartz slab here and replace it with a deep slate tile slab. That's how I had it originally, although it was because I made this section first, actually. And then at the other side, you'll just keep going with that pattern at the left. So deep slate, right, technically. Deep slate tile block, upside down slab, up with a slab, and then etc. until you reach the pillar quartz, where it will stop kind of there. At the right side of the build, you can fill in this triangle in with light gray concrete, and I actually would do the same with the left, although it's, I think, literally 1 block you're placing. Just so you don't have any holes into your actual building for this. And then you want to... What's the best way to do this? I guess, depending on how you want your inside to look, depends on how you want to do this. For me, because I'm not building the inside, I'm just going to connect this row of light gray concrete with the front row with gray concrete. I'm just going to connect all of this. And then it's not going to matter what happens because I'm not building an inside. Although if you want an inside, then maybe you do this. Or you bring the deep slate tiles over and then carve it around that. Usually I'll do that, although when I'm doing a tutorial, I find it easier to just flat fill in a wall. Although for convenience purposes, if you wanted to take the deep slate tile here and then just bring it to the wall and then basically just line it up and then fill it in, you can. So this section actually wasn't supposed to be here. My original intention was to just bring this back and then have this not here, but I wanted this area to have like a little bit more back here, so I figured I'd add this section. You can do whatever you want with it. You can add a skylight if you want. I think that would be cool. I was going to, and then I didn't know how to approach it properly because glass slabs don't exist. That's another thing I should do with my texture pack, glass slabs. So yeah, it's kind of up to you what you do with that, but especially if you're making the inside, I think that it would be cool to have this as a whole open area here. Like maybe have this wall go like, I don't know, say like that, and then that really doesn't leave you much room. So you figure maybe this, because maybe this can be half living room, half kitchen or whatever, and then maybe even a bathroom in the corner or something. Or maybe cut it off like here. Or a little bit further and just have a bathroom. I don't know why I'm going into the interior. I don't normally do that. It was just kind of a thought. And then one last thing before we reset our inventory for the most part. Take this upper roof here and you want to just fill this in with blue concrete a block lower than the gray and light gray concrete peak height is. I figured I'd go with some different roof fillings today. So the same old, because this would actually have been really weird, although I probably would have just done gray concrete on a normal day, but because of how I did it for this, because I was originally actually going to add a door, but I realized the heights are really weird, so I didn't. But yeah. You can either clear your entire inventory or get rid of most of it. You need out of your current inventory still gray concrete, smooth quartz slabs, and smooth quartz blocks. And in addition, you want stone bricks and stone brick walls. since we've been working on the right side of the build, take this kind of happy face shape, and you want to fill in the roof in with stone bricks in line with the smooth quartz blocks. Hypothetically, again, you could make this into a balcony, or if you didn't care, you could push the roof up a block and give you that extra block of space, and also fill in that gap in the process. I was actually going to make it glass, but I changed the way that the build looked, so, or from what I was originally intending, so I think it is easier to just fill it in like a balcony. And then it was going to be a balcony again, but the height difference here is just weird, because you need a separate staircase. Unless you hypothetically broke into the wall and had a staircase, I think that'd be cool. Kind of like here or something, maybe sticking into this area. That might be an interesting thought. Or a ladder. But yeah. You want to come back to the left, and then this is where we're going to end our build with the last part. I guess come to the back, because it'll be easier to start from the back. And you want to come to this little pillar of light gray concrete. The bottom light gray concrete you want to bring left with 5 stone brick walls. Gray concrete. Forward with 3 stone brick walls, gray concrete, 3 stone brick walls, gray concrete, 3 stone brick walls, whoops, gray concrete, 3 stone brick walls, and then a gray concrete. Copy that row, the face ID, please. 2 more times, I want to say. Yeah, 2 more times. Yeah. Let me know what you guys do think of this one. I don't think this is my best. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to go with different designs, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I stick with it anyways, and I don't know why. I'm clingy. I'm clingy like that. What can I say? But you want to then, once you've done that, you should have a weird backward 7. You want to connect the top gray concrete at the front right with stone brick walls to the wall. Now this is where it gets a little weird, and it's kind of a thing I had to sacrifice, and it's an overhang, unfortunately, that we're sacrificing. So you want to, going right to left along the front and back row of the stone brick wall with the gray concrete at the end, you want to place 4 smooth quartz slabs, 2 smooth quartz blocks, and then a smooth quartz slab. So that smooth quartz slab will overhang. However, the front and the back don't have overhangs. They sit flat. And actually, the way that I did the roof with the kind of A-frame, it worked for some reason. And then what you want to do is on top of the right smooth quartz block, you want to place a slab. Then bring it right with a block. Upside down slab. Up with a slab. Right with a block. God, my instinct is to say in for some reason. Right with an upside down slab. Up with a slab, and then right with a block, and then that will connect at the back diagonally to the window. At the front it won't be touching it, but if you look at it you'll see that it does stop in line. And then you want to, this is where it's interesting, you want to connect the roof front to back as normal. However, you want to connect the upside down slabs as well. But when you do it, you're gonna have this kind of weird like wedge at the very edge of the wedge. That's kind of funny. These 2 smooth quartz blocks you want to connect together with upside down slabs instead of blocks. It just gives the shape of the roof a little bit nicer, and it also gives us the ability to have the roof the way it is. Now, granted, you could connect it all perfectly, including the bottom here, and then have like a little attic space up here. That could just be open for all I care. I think that would be kind of an interesting thing to do. However, I use this as open space to kind of make the garage, so if you're in the garage, which I also added this road to make it kind of seem more garagey, you have a little bit of sight up into here. So I guess, I don't know, let's say you have a bedroom up here. You can sleep and just peek outside and, well, not really, but you can see, if you have a monster truck or something in there, you could see the monster truck. Granted, I don't know how you'd get one in here, but that's not really my problem. And then, I'd probably make the floor, depends what your driveway is. Which there's an asphalt type of block in Minecraft. Deep slate is actually, cobbled deep slate is the closest we have to asphalt, I'd say. Which is actually really weird to think about. I don't like that concept. I really don't. But yeah, once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your modern house. I want to say 101st installment complete. I think it is. It's been a good couple of months since we've done a modern house, and yeah, thank you guys if you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.